This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So just we will try. We will complete one simple uh, task, that is conflicts, which Navin was asking. So I'm creating SSH key. We will start with Jenkins. After seeing this topic, we'll start Jenkins. Is that next? What? Let's clone our repo. So it's a main. So how to clone? Use SSH, right? We are using SSH key. So use SSH link. Let's clone first here. Control C. Unless we don't have anything. Now git clone. Yes. Now ls cls clear the screen. Ls cd amazon tab. So we have all the files, required files here. Now similarly, we have to do on the other client, other developer also. What you do? You don't have anything. Now you will also clone from the GitHub. Yes. Clear the screen. Ls cd amazon. So both developers having the same number of files. Both having the same number of files, right? Now next is what? This we have just now created the instances. We have now just now created the instances. That is the reason I am again I have to introduce to the git. If you see ls-a, we have the .git, and if you see git, okay, git config hyphen list, if you see, you will get all the details here. If you observe carefully, we have the remote origin is configured, but we have not configured the user email and user name. We have not configured that information. We have to configure that. So for that, you have to use what? Git config hyphen global, and then what you have to do? User dot email, and you have to give your email. You developer at gmail.com. Now it is ready now. Now if you see same command, up arrow, use up arrow for running previous commands. So now username and email ID are up to date. Similarly, we have to do on the other user as well. So for that, simply copy the same command from here, just select it and go here and paste it. So this time let's make it to developer 2. Now here also if you see git config -fun list, yep, both are updated now. Okay, so right, so just to avoid session timeout, what we are doing, we're running these commands and try to understand. Now if you see, go to our main branch, we have one main branch. So here it already having feature 1 feature 2 branches. Okay, already having feature 1 feature 2 branches here. And if you see feature 1 branch, main branch, how many files we have? So let's hope feature 1 also having same number of files and feature 2 also and same number of files. Now what we will do, this feature 1 branch, suppose this, understand the scenario, we are on the feature 1 branch. This branch, so somebody worked on this branch. Normally this feature of branch we always delete once a sprint is completed. In the demo we discussed about different sprints concept, right? So every sprint developers will work on various features. So every developer will work on various features. So whenever whenever a sprint starts, you will create a new branch. And in the new branch, when you start a new branch, you will have, in that branch you will have all the latest code. And on top of it, you will add his own code. He will work on the new feature. When the new feature is completed, then what he will do, that new feature, the developer will merge with the main branch, to the main branch. So actually, if you remember in our session initially I discussed with you, we have different initially feature branches can be many. They can be many. Any number of feature branches can be there. So depending on the developers, they can have any number of branches. But develop branch only one. Release branch will be created will be created for every release of the sprint. Okay, a new, or simply put, a new release branch will be created for every release of the sprint. Every 15 days a new release branch will be created, right? And finally master branch, or what do you call the main branch, we can name it whatever you want. Again, only one branch, main branch. So I told you, if you remember, developers initially when they start the work, they work on the feature branch. They will create feature branch. Once they satisfied with their development, and they once it is done, they have to merge with their code with the develop branch. So everybody 60 developers working at their own feature branches. All those feature branches has to be merged with the develop branch, and this develop branch will be tested, will be deployed, and in a development server, this whatever code available in the develop branch will be deployed into a development server. And in the development server the code will be built. And once build is done, then every developer will be informed that the development, when the develop code has development, all the code which is in the development branch, sorry, development environment has been built. Now you can test your respective functionalities, respective features. So every developer will check whether their functionality is working or not, even after merging their code with the develop branch. If it is working fine, then the testing team will test it. And finally the develop code, whatever is available in the develop branch, will be moved to release branch. A new release branch will be created. Something like, they can name it something like, how normally they say, suppose release is on so and so date, they will fix a date. In production they will discuss with the clients, and they will decide on what day. For example, April 13th they want to deploy. then they can keep something like a release branch. They will create a release branch like something, okay, 04 04 13 something. The branch name they will keep like this. So in this branch, they will copy all the develop code, whatever code is available in the develop branch. All that code will be merged with the release branch, and finally this release branch code will be deployed deployed um, into production. Whatever release branch code is there will be deployed into production server. Once production server deployed, then finally whatever code in release branch will be merged with the master branch or the main branch. So most of the time this is the strategy. This is a branch strategy followed by most of the companies. In the interview they may ask you, see, most of the time this is the way we follow in real time. So whenever in interview they ask you, you have to answer the same way. So anyway, we we start our working with the release branch. We won't involve with the feature branch or develop branch. So what our job is creating the branches. Our job is creating the branches whenever the developers ask us for creating, because the developers sometimes they don't know, because developers in between 3 years 4 years persons will join with a low experience. Those people they know the development but they don't know about creating branches on the GitHub, or on the GitHub they don't know how to create the branches. So at that time they will take help of us. So as a DevOps engineer we also have to create the branches. So this developers, one moment please. Sorry. So every branch will be we have to create when for senior developers they know how to create branches. They will take care, no problem. They will create their own feature branches. They will start working, and they will merge their code to the develop branch. But for some of the developers who are recently joined, for them we have to help. Okay. And moreover, uh, in future branches when they're working on, there could be, when everybody following proper practice, like no, they properly they pulling the latest code and then they start the coding as we discussed in our previous session. If you have every developer following proper practices, then conflict issues will not come. Conflict issues means, for example, I tell you, suppose suppose a developer one created a feature branch one, and in this branch he is working on file one, and similarly a developer two working on another feature, his own feature, working on own feature. But this time assume he also has to work on the same file. The same file how we will get, because in the main branch when when a release branch released into production, the code will be deployed in the production server, and now the code whatever available in the release branch will be moved to master branch or main branch. So the main branch may all assume main branch assume it already contains lot of files. Among them, file 1 is a file available already, that name. Now developer 1, because his requirement is like that, he has to work on the same file 1 which is already there in the main branch or master branch, right? Now both developers unknowingly they working, because as per the requirement they are working on the same file 1. When this file 1 worked by developer 1, when you push it to main branch, no problem. First time if you push it, problem will not be there, because, and moreover condition is what, problem will not occur, I'm saying. What is the condition? Condition is the developer 1 should take latest code by using git pull command. Always he has to do. They always do it, right? Always do it, right? So file 1 push it to main branch, right? And other person, developer 2, is working on feature 2, and he also working the same file on the same day, assume, and he also has to push it, right? He also has to push it. But if this guy, before pushing, assume this developer 1 already pushed it, and if each developer 1 knows the he knows the circumstances, he knows the scenarios, then he definitely, before pushing, he should have taken a pull, he should have run a pull command. But if he does not run a pull command, just within a minute's gap or hours gap, if hours gap, you should definitely should have taken a pull command. But normally sometimes happens, they don't take the latest code immediately. In the morning they have taken, both of them in the morning they have taken the both of them pulled the latest code in the morning. But in the afternoon, before deploying the code, before merging the code into the develop branch, here I don't confuse, here I am not created a develop branch in this demo. I am not created a develop branch. Normally we have to move to the develop branch, not to the main branch. For time being, please assume it's a develop branch only. Okay, internal changes will be moved to the develop branch only, not to the main branch. Main branch, when we move, only from the when the release branch code moved to the production, after that the release branch code will move to the main branch. But here I have not created develop branch. I should have created, but no problem. Try to understand, name is not a matter here, so understand the concept. So both of them pull the code latest in the morning, but they, in the afternoon, both of this developer 1 pushed it, and developer 2, he also tried to push it, but he has to call a pull command. Actually, what is the best practice? Whenever, even though they have taken the code in the pulled the code in the morning, whenever they push in the code, they have to run again the git pull command every time before they push it. That is the best practice. He pulled it. If he pulled it, no, assume not forget about developer 1, developer 2 himself, he run a command like git pull, and he got the latest code, and after that he pushed it. Then developer 1 also, if he did the same thing before, at around 12 p.m, he also did a git pull, and then he pushed it. Then there is no question of git conflicts. There is no question of conflicts with the check-in of the code. We call that check-in. We call it a pull. We call pull as a check-in, push as a check-in. So internally, developers use word push and check-in also. They can use check-in means nothing but pushing the code. They use another word called checkout. Checkout means they are taking they are pulling the latest code from the master branch. Checkout or pull, both are same. So this terminology don't confuse. So when conflicts will appear, uh, and moreover, understand, this is not our problem. We are just DevOps engineers. This is not our problem. The problem is with the developers. The problem is the developers. The developers has to take care. They have to follow proper practice. So it's okay, conflicts will arise. So what happens now? Let's understand the conflicts now. We understood the scenarios, problems. Now let's try to understand, if a conflicts come, then how to solve it. So because of this, what happens? There will be a delay. Normally in real time, what happens, normally as a DevOps engineers, what we do, so we will tell them, we have a slot at 3 p.m, another slot at 7:30. That way we inform to all the developers. What does it mean? We say that whatever you want to develop, you start development, but you have to push your code at 3 p.m. By 3 p.m, you have to push all your latest code to the develop branch, so that we will start building it. We'll start building it, and we will send you the results, so that you can verify whether your code is working or not. We'll build the code and deploy into the development server, but you have to push your code, latest code, at 3 p.m. But assume if you miss the 3 p.m slot, then next slot available at 7:30 p.m. So this way, as a DevOps engineer, we will maintain 2 slots. If it's emergency, that means emergency means sprint ending. Tomorrow is the sprint's last day, right? So today, sometimes we allow more check-ins as well. We'll allow more pushes as well, even without any time slots. We'll allow them because it's emergency, right? But normal days, we'll say that we have a slot at 3 p.m and 7:30 p.m. In this period, you have to write your code, whatever logic you want to write them and push it them. Every day we will build after 3 p.m. We won't take any latest next pushes. Whatever you do, we won't take those changes. We'll stop changes taking by 3 p.m. That way we'll inform them. So in this time, If somebody, because of not taking latest code and he just pushed it because of hurry, the developers push their code without taking the latest code. At that time, it will the build will not continue. The build will stop immediately. Well, assume there is a conflict at 3 and they push the code at 3 p.m. and there is a conflict now. Now, because of this reason, what happens? We have to the developers as it have to solve that conflicts. We will call them, we'll say that, see, I'm trying to build and these are the conflicts I'm getting. So we call them, we know which developer developed, because git, in the git we have introduced, they have to introduce, right, their email id and name. So by that we'll see the history. As a DevOps engineer, we call the developers who are responsible for that conflict. We call them, we will ask them, see, here is a conflict, now you people decide what to do. So those developers will sit, they come to our desk and they will discuss over there, and they will say that, okay, my code should be like this. They will change the file, they will edit the file there itself on our machine. We'll provide him the option to edit there itself. The developers will correct it. Once they corrected it, then we will continue the build process. But one thing you should understand, because of this, it will be delayed, the build process will be delayed. If it's a minor conflicts, no problem. But if it's a severe multiple files having the same one, year in the example we are talking about only one file, file one, but in real time there could be 50 to 60 developers. If everybody out of the 60, if at least 5 to 6 people created this issue, then the solving the conflicts itself takes time. Because of that, the deployment, the build process will delayed. And because of that, other developers also affected, because other developers, because I have to fix if any issues found after deployment into the development branch. If they found any issues, then they can immediately fix it, so that they can push their latest code at 7:30 slot, by 7:30 slot. So this way, in agile methodology, in a sprint, the developers have to on toes, they will be on their toes. So if because of some developer something happens, they feel bad actually. So that is the reason they have to follow best practices. Hope you understood the scenario. Now let's try to understand the scenario now. Now what I will do, now I am developer one. Now what I will do, control C, ls, I have these files. Now I am developer one. What I will do you have any branches? Let's see, git branch, it's a command. When you say git branch, we will see the branches if any available. So as of now, I have created new servers, right? Because I have created new servers, I don't have the branches. Now what I will do, I will create a new branch now. Okay, but before that, what I will do, I will say git pull origin main. I'm trying to get the latest code from the main branch. It's a main, it's already up to date, it's coming up to date. Then I will create a new branch. Already I have feature one, feature two branch. Let me create a new branch. Git checkout. I want to check out to that branch minus hyphen b and branch name. I will say feature three, right? Switch to new branch feature. If you say git branch now, we are on feature three now. We are not on main now. We are on feature three now. We automatically checked out to that branch. Now if you say ls, it contains the latest code now, latest code up to date. Now this guy, another developer, control C. So if you say git, what do you call, git branch, now the same condition. Let me, he also should run. He started the project in the morning. Now you should also say git pull. Git pull from where is the path origin? Origin contains a path, and what's the branch you want to pull from main branch. Everything is all up to date. Now he also he also will create a new branch. Check out hyphen b, and he will say a feature 4. Now git now branch. You see, he's on feature 4 now. ls, now he also contains all the latest files. Now assume developer 1, now what he will do? He's on feature 3 now. What he will do? He will work on file 1. Let's see what file 1 contains first of all. Cat file 1. This is a text in file 1. Fine, nice. I will update it. Or I'll use a VA editor so that you can view it properly. This is a file now. Insert mode. Enter. This line has been edited by developer 1 in feature T branch. Escape and save this. Okay, now you see the content. Okay, second line has been added now, right? Now what this guy do? You want to push this code to the main branch. Yes, to you want to push this code to the main branch. Now you want to merge it. So to merge it, what he has to do? And before he changed it, first of all, see the status of it. It is modified in the modified place. It's in the it's in his local directory. Now he has to go to staging area, right? So git add, or you can say directly git commit, because it's an existing file, right? You can say directly git commit am. Okay, both adding to staging as well as moving to local repository. I'm doing both at a time. Now I will say what, file one edited by dev one in feature D, committed. Now it's committed. Now next what I have to do, I have to merge this code. Okay, before that, where I am in developer 2, don't confuse. Okay, developer 2 not yet started anything. Okay, but let me run this, ping it, otherwise it will session will come over here. Now I'm on developer 1 now. Developer now 1, what he did, if now you see git status, everything is up to date. Okay, git log, if you see, so this file 1 edited by dev in feature 3. So head is pointing to feature 3 now. That means I have to move this latest code to main branch. So if you see here, in the, we are in the main branch. In the main branch, what is the commit ID? 304, starting with 304. If I go back, see, this is a 304. This is the latest commit ID available on the central repository, that is GitHub. This is the latest code now created just now. Now I have to merge this code to our main branch from feature 3 branch. I told you yesterday, if you practiced, it is very easy to understand. Now whenever you want to, move from whenever you want to merge from feature 3 branch, then you have to first move to the main branch. Where are you now? As of now, git branch. Let's see that you are on feature 3 branch, but I want my contents to be moved to main branch. For that, you have to first of all move to main branch. For that, you have to say git checkout main. When you say this, then you will be moved to main branch. See, now again same command. Now you are on the main branch. Now whatever contents available in the feature 3 development, whatever you developed, that is file 1, has to be merged with main branch. For that, now you should say git merge. And where is the content? Which branch? It is in feature 3 branch. You should say feature 3. When you say that, then your code will be merged to the main branch. Has been merged now. The code has been merged now. Okay, git log. Now your head is pointing to main branch now. Before it was at feature 3, now it is pointing to main. Now your its latest commit ID. This commit ID has to be updated to the central repository or our GitHub. So what I have to do? I have to push my main branch, right? So I will say git push. There is a branch GitHub path in origin. What is a, there is a path in origin variable. Then which branch you want to push? Main. Then enter. It is perfect now. Now if you go here and just click on this repository name, it will be refreshed. Now you see 105. 105 is the latest commit ID. You see 105 is the latest commit ID, right? And if you see file 1 content, file 1 edited by dev 1 in feature 3, and if you open this content, this line has been edited by developer 1 in feature 3. Fine, that is fine, right? Now next, okay, this developer 1 is done now. Now I will say ping gmail.com, so that we don't have any work on developer 1. Developer 1 is done now. Now developer 2, control C. This person, if you see ls now, this person now he also has to work on the same file. But if you see content cat, first of all, where are we? Git branch. Here on feature for branch and ls. Now if you see content of file 1, this is text in file 1. We still don't have the second line. if he can pull now, if you run git pull now, if you run git pull, then this file would have been updated, and then the conflicts which are going to come now, we can avoid it. But this guy not did that option. He has not done the check-in or git pull. If you do git pull origin main, if you did this way, if you entered, then this file one would have been updated with the latest code which is available on the main branch. See, remember, end of the day, whenever you do, end of the day, the file has to be, once you worked with the feature, the code has to be moved to main branch or develop branch. If you keep it, the changes in the feature branch, no use. You did whatever rough work you do, you will do is rough work on the feature branch. It's like a fair notes and rough notes. It's the rough notes. Developer do the rough notes in the feature branch. Once they did everything, it's working fine, then they will move it to the fair notes. That is nothing but to develop branch. So this way they can do a lot of rough notes in you can create multiple features branches, no problem, right? And this developer one tested his features on his change code changes on the feature branch. He tested and then moved to development branch, right? But anyway, this guy developer 2 has not done these changes. Now, without doing that, what he did, he simply edited the file one. This is text file, okay? Insert mode, enter. This is a new code change done by dev 2 in feature 4. This is the change he has done. Now escape. Right now we see git status. This file has been modified. Now what he has to do? He has to move it to local repository. Now what for that? Simply say commit -am file 1 changed by developer 2 in feature 4. Enter. It's done now. Okay. Now git log, if you see, a new commit ID is created now, and you see the previous commit ID is 304 because he has not pulled it before. If he has pulled it, the commit ID, the latest commit ID which was showing here 105 would have been come over here. But since he has not pulled, because he has not pulled, now he is working with the old commit ID, and he now he created new commit ID now. When you do a push now, when you want to push merge with the main branch, which developer one did, the same way he has to also do. At that time, when you try to push, then you should get an error. The git will understands what git commit id having here and what commit id we having on the central repository. When they are not in sync, then we get a conflict. So basing on this id only, the git tool will decide whether it's a proper pushing or a conflict. So now let's try. Now q, now what he did, previously what he did, he committed. Next what he will do, he has to merge his code with the main branch, right? So for merging the latest code, what he has to do, if you see here, branch is on the feature 4 branch. Now his code is committed, it's in local repository. That code you want to merge with the main branch. He has done with his coding. Now developer 2 completed his task. Now you want to merge with main branch. For that you have to move to, first of all, main branch. So for that, check out to main branch. Now if you say git branch, he is on the main branch. Now you can do git merge. You'll say git merge, code is available in feature 4 branch. Now you'll say git merge. Merge is done now. Now what happens? Now main got the code. Now this time I want to push this main changes to the central repository. For that, git push origin main. Now you got an issue. It's saying that failed to push some refs. So there are some references. Some references are missing actually. Internally, Git maintains some references in his .git folder is there, right? Hidden folder. It means maintains in the local repository. It will maintain some references. Those references are not in sync. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have is locally. Hope you understanding it. This is actually usually caused by another repository pushing to the same way reference. You may want to first integrate the remote changes, example git pull, before pushing again. See the note about git push help. Okay, so to avoid this, hope you understand why this conflict has come now, because the git folder maintains some references inside its folder. So so if you say ls-a, the .git maintains some references inside it. These references are not in sync, so basing on that only it understands whether it can push it or not. So to avoid it, what we have to do, we have to use a command called to resolve a conflict. We have to first say get fetch will update all the references. Get fetch will fetch the references, latest references, and merge with your local repository. You have to run git fetch, and then after you have to run a command called get merge. Okay, then you have to do a git push. Let's try that. So get fetch will update your all references which your .git, your local repository is maintaining. For that you have to say get fetch, sorry, git fetch. Now it has updated your local repository with all the references. Now git merge. Now you have to run git merge. It's saying that conflict, merge conflict in file 1, automatic merge failed, fix conflicts and then commit the result. It's saying that it could not able to automatically merge, you have to do it manually, right? So this, we do all this in front of the DevOps developers. As a DevOps engineer, we call them, we say that we are having some conflict now, this is the error we getting, sit here and you decide what to change, how to change. Now you say git status. You see both modified file 1. Now open this file, vi file 1. Now we call the developer, say that, so these are conflicts you're getting here. This is a text file, text in file 1. This is a new code change it done by developer 2 in feature 4. This line was been added by developer 1 in feature 3. So this is the one which was already available in the main branch pushed by the developer 1, and this was the latest one which was done by developer 2. He has not done proper pull. Before doing any pull he has pushed it. Because of that we have this headache. So we call the both of the developers and we call them, see these are your code. Actually here I'm just showing text files, but in real time we will have lots of code, java code or .NET code, c# code, I mean to say. So multiple lines of code will be there, it's not easy to fix it. So but sometimes it is very easy. Some a developer one maybe edited his code at line number 100, and another developer may be writing his code at line number 800. At that time no issues, normally they can, it's easy to resolve, no problem. Anyway, this issue is very simple. So what I will do, I will go to the line number, this is the comment at that detail. So I'm not in insert mode, I'm in extended mode, extended command mode. Simply say dd means deletes a line. I want to delete this line, dd, it is deleted. This line also I want to delete, dd, deleted. Here also I want to delete, dd, deleted. Now I want to keep these three lines. Now I want to keep these three lines, and this I want to push to the main branch. Okay, escape, shift colon wq, save it, enter. Now next what I do, I have to commit 7 a.m. conflict are fixed, enter. Then git push origin main, done. Now let's go and see here again. You click here. Now this is a file 1, same file, we getting the comment as conflicts are fixed. Now click on file 1, then you will see developers, both developers changes here, developer 3 added, developer 4 added. So mostly so as a DevOps engineer we assist them. So for that reason we should know these commands. so that tomorrow if any issues comes, we can help them, help the developers. Normally developers are good at development, but sometimes they're not that good at git commands. Sometimes they don't know how to use GitHub, because we are handling them, right? So that is the reason. Any questions, please? Okay, so before ending this topic, let's understand one more small concept. That is, for example, we have reverted changes from staging, reverted stage from after committing. Also, we have changed it by resetting the head, right? So another small thing, how to revert if already we committed. For example, now what I will do now, is developer 2 now, git branch is on main branch now. For example, I will create a new file, touch file 99.txt, git status file 99.txt is on. So I will say git add dot git, and first of all, after that I will say git log presently. What is the commit ID? 307. Commit ID is 307, right? Now what I will do, now I want to commit this file, commit new file, file 99 has been nice. Now git log, if you see, a new commit ID is created now. It's a 521b. Okay, 307 is the latest one available on the central repository as well, 304. Now what I will do, I will push it. Now I will say git push origin main. Now git log, it's up to date. 521 is the latest commit ID, and if you click on our repository, it will be refreshed, and you will see 521 bu 35 is the latest file. And here, if you see, observe carefully, file 99.txt also updated. New file has been added here. At this time, assume we realized that this file is not required and not required to move into the, or the contents inside it. See, these are two scenarios. One scenario is this file is new, and I don't want this file to be added to the central repository. Or scenario 2, there's already a file 1. In this file I have added some text, some code I have added, and I've checked in and I have pushed it to the central repository. But that change I don't want, that commit I don't want to do. For both scenarios, end of the day, what we want, whatever we committed, that commit has to be reverted. So that commit is already moved to the central repository. But after moving here also, how can we roll back? How can we roll back from our central repository? So for that, we have to use command called git revert. So I will update the git file which I have uploaded into our Google Drive. That I will update with these commands as well. Don't worry. So how to update? How to revert? How to revert a commit which is committed to the central repository? Okay. For that, we have to say git revert and commit ID. That's it. To the commit ID, then it will revert the changes back. That means the commit ID will be rolled back, and then freshly you have to do again git push. When you do git push, then the previous commit ID will be updated. Let's try this. Okay. Now copy this, copied it. Sometimes now git revert I want to do. So simply say git revert, right click and paste. Don't do control C. Now it's a revert new file has been added. This revert commit reverts this reverts commit. This commit will be reverted. Please enter the reason for what reason you want to do. You want to remove this commit. So add whatever you want, and then finally what you have to do, exit control X. You say control X. Now delete mode. Okay, this file has been removed now. This file has been removed now. Now next what I have to do, git push. Now if you check here, we have added file 99.txt. When I refresh, this file has to be removed now. Click on this. You see the file 99 is not there. It has been moved now. Okay, like this we have multiple different types of scenarios available, but these are enough to survive, and later on you can slowly you can add few more commands whenever you are working in real time. So slowly like english will when we learn, we don't we cannot learn total vocabulary, right? So initially we start slowly we add few more new words. All right, so that way, as of now this is enough for us. So while you working in real time, you can comfortably able to work, and you can deal with your task, daily tasks. But slowly you can, if you want, you can improve it. If it is not sufficient, whenever it's required, you can improve it. Okay, there is no end in for learning. Okay, so for git and github, I'm stopping it, but we will be using github and git multiple times whenever we are deploying other applications. We will be using multiple times. So at the time you will not feel them as a new thing. Okay, so I end up here on git and github. We'll come back to it whenever required. And next we'll move to a new topic called Jenkins. So before we moving to Jenkins, hope you understood which I have explained in our demo class. In a demo class, I have told you that there will be multiple developers, 50 to 60 developers will be there. So regularly they will be working, and they will be moving their code to GitHub. So now you should understand, moving their code means how they move, using the git command. They say git push origin main or git push origin feature branch name. That way they do, and they are where they move to the GitHub, and GitHub contains what, branches. So these developers can be moving their code to various branches. Hope you understand this step now. Next, what? Once the GitHub has received the latest code, then Jenkins will be informed by GitHub saying that it has received a latest code. Jenkins will be informed by GitHub saying that it has got a latest code, and Jenkins will get that latest code and give that code to a build tool called Maven. And Maven, I told you, it's a build tool. It knows how to build a Java source code. And when your source code is C sharp, then we will use another build tool called Microsoft Build. Right? This way we will have multiple build tools. And Jenkins is what? It's a mediator tool, or it's a CI/CD tool. CI/CD means continuous integration, continuous deployment tool. Sorry, delivery tool. Okay, continuous integration and continuous delivery tool, or we call it as mediator tool as well. So Jenkins will normally communicate with multiple tools, multiple DevOps tools. So tomorrow we will add Ansible to Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes, other many tools we will add, SonarQube, JFrog. These tools will add to Jenkins tool, and Jenkins will delegate the work to respective tools. Jenkins will not do a particular job itself. It only delegates the job, whatever it is getting, and it assigns those jobs to various tools. So Jenkins gives us two methods. One is what do you call a UI interface, GUI interface. From that you can select what task it has to do, or you can write in a script format. We write in a file called Jenkins file. Those things we'll discuss slowly. But as of now, what is Jenkins? I'm just given a quick glimpse. Let's go to some Jenkins slides as well. So we try to understand what is Jenkins and what is continuous integration, continuous deployment. Why Jenkins? What is Jenkins? Master slave node model. Why require slave models? We will try to understand that as well. What are the use cases? What is the job? Types of jobs? What is a pipeline job? What is build? Most of these things you already know, but anyway, we'll try to understand in detail. So what is Jenkins? Jenkins is the leading open source. It's a free software. It's a leading open source continuous integration tool. It is free and developed in Java. It is developed in Java. So whenever you are installing Jenkins, you have to install first Java. Only after that you have to install Jenkins. Jenkins supports the complete development lifecycle of software, from building, testing, documenting the software, deploying, and other stages of software development lifecycle. We see all these things practically. So I already came to end. Wait. So what is continuous integration, continuous deployment? See, continuous integration is a DevOps software development practice where developers regularly merge their code changes into a central repository, frequently, preferably several times a day. Hope you understand this. Today also I explained it. Every day they will deploy. So I told you several times, but in reality, actually, as a DevOps engineers, we'll give some slots to them, like 3 p.m., 7:30 p.m., like that. It's not mandatory the timings, but slots we will give some time so that whatever they want to do, they will do. Prepare and ready. Everybody can check in or push their code at the same time. Otherwise, if there is no time mentioned, then everybody will deploy their code at their own time. Continuous deployment is a DevOps software development practice where code changes are automatically built, tested, and prepared for release to production. Now, if you observe carefully, here the developer is writing his code and he commits his code and moves his code to GitHub. And GitHub web-based hosting service for software development projects. It will inform, build triggered automatically, and it will inform to Jenkins. How it will be automatically triggered? Actually, when you install Jenkins will have a software installed on it related to GitHub, or the software we call it as a plugin. Plugin is nothing but a software. So when you install Jenkins, automatically Git and GitHub will be auto installed. Those plugins are auto installed on Jenkins. So automatically now Jenkins and GitHub both can communicate. You will understand this connection more thoroughly in coming session. Now Jenkins automatically it connects to other tools like Maven or other tools, Ansible kind of. First of all, if it connects to Maven, and if Maven unable to build it, for example, then Jenkins will inform. It will it will send a mails to all the developers and managers, everybody. Build failed, team notified. So developer will be informed. If build is failed, it will be informed. If build is success, also it will be informed. So in Jenkins, we can configure the group mail ID. So who are in the group, all will be informed whether it is successful build or failure build. So CI/CD, you see here, plan, code, build, test. This is called continuous integration, and release, deploy. It's under comes under continuous delivery. Okay. Why Jenkins? Jenkins is used to build and test your software project continuously, making it easier for developers to integrate changes to the project. Okay, so if you see, Jenkins is a mediator tool. It's communicating with multiple other DevOps tools: Git, Maven, Selenium, Puppet, Ansible, Nagios. So these are, it can include some old tools as well as new tools. So in our course we are not using Nagios. We are, in place of that, we are using Prometheus, right? That way. So multiple tools. Not only these tools, there are many tools. In this picture, I'm not able to show that, but end of the day, try to understand. Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will communicate with other DevOps tools. It will delegate the work to other tools. So previously, 20-25 years back, all these things, what these tools are doing, are done by administrators only, manually at that time. But now they are moved to DevOps. They want to come to DevOps area. So to support agile development, then they have to learn these tools compulsorily. And then what is Jenkins master and agent model? What is Jenkins? We learn this as well practically. So the Jenkins master role is to schedule the jobs, assign slaves or agents, and send builds to slaves to execute the jobs. It will also monitor the slave state and get back the build result responses from slaves and display the build results on the console output. So in short, whenever you're working on Jenkins, the main Jenkins, the server, normally we will install Jenkins software in one server. That server where we create in our Amazon cloud only. That is the reason we have learned Amazon cloud initially. Now what we do, we will create one instance, one virtual machine on the cloud. In that we will install our Jenkins software. When Jenkins software installed, that Jenkins software, where the server where we installed Jenkins, that we can call it as a master node. You can call it as a master server. You can say Jenkins master server, because the Jenkins software is running over there. And now the developers push their code to GitHub, and GitHub will inform to Jenkins. And Jenkins do what? It has to take that latest code and give it to Maven, and Maven has to build it. So this building process, the Jenkins master can do itself, no problem. The master node can build the, it will do the job of giving the job, giving that code for building to Maven. That job it will take care. But in reality, Jenkins master node will not do that. In reality, what happens is we have to create few more servers. We call them as slaves. There are here in this picture we are seeing three servers here. Jenkins agent are generally required to provide the desired environment. It works on basis of requests received from Jenkins master. So what happens in reality, we will create few more servers. In that, the servers will have different configurations. For example, some servers having core 4 or core 10, core 12 with RAM some 32 GB, and some servers are having some different configuration for different purposes. So when a build is coming to master node, that how a build comes, whenever a developer pushes a code, the GitHub will inform to Jenkins, and Jenkins pull the code, right? So whenever the new code received, then the Jenkins master will understand, okay, because Jenkins will be working not only on one project, it will be working on multiple projects. So when it received a code from one project, it will understand, okay, this is a Java code, then let me ask my slave agent, so it understands which slave to pick. So which slave to pick, that also we can configure in the Jenkins master node. How to configure all those things we'll understand in coming sessions. So in our Jenkins master will understand, okay, this is Java code. For this, which slave node is required to build, then that slave node will be selected and the code will be sent to that particular slave node. That slave node is capable of executing this Java code efficiently. And now this time we received another build, that is something called C# code, then that can be moved to another slave node which is capable of running that particular build. So this way, so slave nodes are, normally in real time we use slaves. We will not use master. And master, if you use the master only, then the master, what you call, the performance will be degraded. The performance of the master node will be degraded if it is doing the builds everything itself. So that is the reason Jenkins will delegate the building process to another nodes, another servers. Those servers we call them as agents or slaves. So in reality, we will not build on the master node. The master node is nothing but the server where we install the Jenkins. That is called the master node. And the slave nodes, in the slave nodes, we no need to install Jenkins. In the slave nodes, we no need to install Jenkins software again. Only Jenkins will be installed on the one main node. And remaining nodes are slave nodes or agent nodes, we will be used for building our job. What is job? We'll understand in the next slide. Jenkins jobs. Jenkins freestyle project is a repeatable build job script or pipeline that contains steps and post build actions. So in Jenkins we have various options actually. One is freestyle project. In the freestyle project, it's a GUI based. You are graphical user interface where you can select where your code is available. Or if it's available in GitHub, then what is the path of the GitHub, right? And various options. So how you want to build it? How you want to build it? Using Maven tool or other tool? Which build tool you want to use? After build is completed, where you want to deploy your application? If it is Java, then where you want to deploy in Tomcat server? Okay, then you have to mention in the steps. We have various steps available on the Jenkins GUI interface. We will see that. It is an improved job or task that can span multiple operations. It allows you to configure build triggers and offer project-based security for your Jenkins project. So here on the left side we have GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab. These are the icons, logos for those respective companies. GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, whatever the central repository may be, but they all will be communicating with the Jenkins tool, mediated tool. So here plugin symbol means whenever this Jenkins has to communicate with this any one of the central repository, then the respective plugin or software has to be installed on the Jenkins. And once it is done, then Jenkins will take the rest of the thing. It will testing will take care, build will happen, and then deployment also happen. Everything is not done by the your Jenkins. This will be done by various other tools. So deployment will be done by whom? Ansible, right? It will deploy wherever we inform the Ansible tool to do. So we'll inform it to deploy the code into a Docker or somewhere or another physical machine, another virtual machine. So whatever you mentioned, there it will be deployed. For deployment, we use Ansible tool. For build, we will use Maven such tools. For testing, we will use Selenium kind of tools. So everything or for every tool, we'll have a plugin. That plugins has to be installed on Jenkins tool. Only then Jenkins can communicate with them. It can delegate work to those tools. So everything is based on plugins. No plugin, then it cannot. If it want to communicate with Ansible tool, then a related plugin has to be installed on Jenkins. If no tool available, then Jenkins cannot communicate with Ansible tool. And this is the same thing what we discussed. Now this guy developer, he will push the code to GitHub, and it will trigger Jenkins instance on Linux machine. On Linux Ubuntu machine, we installed Jenkins, and it will be triggered by the GitHub central repository. It will inform that I have received the latest code, and Jenkins will trigger the next thing. So it's a web form. Web form nothing but it contains set of servers. So how the done Jenkins, what it will do? It will build it, and lot of things it will do in the slave nodes. Okay, so those things in simply in macro level in this picture we are trying to understand. The same thing we discussed previously. So installing Jenkins on Ubuntu. Okay, how to install our Jenkins? Okay, let's see that now. Hope you understood the requirement of why we require that. Hope you understand. Okay, now let's go to Jenkins website. Click on Jenkins. This is a website. Okay, now you go to the documentation. You will get a lot of information over there. But in the search box, I want to search, write something like install Jenkins on Ubuntu, something, enter. Okay. Hmm, it should come actually. Right. So just type install Jenkins on Ubuntu. Okay. You'll get a Jenkins link in the docs, in the book, in the installing. It's having documentation. So in short, instead of searching, you simply say install Jenkins on Ubuntu. Then you will get this link. Click on that. Right click and open a new tab. So it's having steps like for Ubuntu, how to install for Fedora, for Red Hat, various steps are available. So prerequisites are what? Minimum 256 MB of RAM is required. Okay, 1 GB drive space is required, and recommended hardware is 4 GB actually. Okay, and software requirement is Java is to be installed, right? So Debian, it's Ubuntu belongs to Debian family. So these are the commands we have to use to deploy our Jenkins on Ubuntu server. Before that we have to install Java, right? So go to our machine here and launch instance now. Okay, I would have used the same one, right? One of them I would have used, right? No problem. So here I will say Jenkins server, one instance I required Ubuntu, everything is same. Now launch instance. And after every day, it's Jenkins every day after practicing you uninstall it. But again, you need to install it, take some time, of course. Let me open in new window. So this is a master node and this is a Ubuntu latest server. Now what I have to do? I have to update it, right? Apt update. Always you have to do apt update. Updated now. Hopefully I'm recording right. No problem. Next thing is what? We have to install Java. So go to the same documentation. Go to the same documentation. Just come down, scroll down. Installation of Java. Okay, Jenkins require Java to run. Update the Debian apt repositories, install OpenJDK 17 and check the installation with the commands. So these commands we have to run. So sudo update we already done. Next is this command we have to run. As of now, let's see we have Java hyphen version. So Java not found. We can use one of these commands. You can even use the one of these commands. You can paste it, no problem. But let me take this one. What is this? Java RE. JRE means Java runtime environment. So Java runtime environment is like a pillar. So your Jenkins is a application. It's a program written by the Jenkins software developers. They developed the application, right? So it is uh, it has to require runtime to run the Jenkins application. So copy and paste here now, and here and give -y so that it will not ask for confirmation. I will make a note of these steps. I will prepare a notes for this and I will update you in your document folder. Okay, you can follow it. So just check your documents folder. You will get the steps as well. Now your Java is ready now. Now check the version Java hyphen version. So OpenJDK 17 version is ready now. It's a runtime environment is ready now. Next thing is what? We have to install Java. So Jenkins now. For that, simply don't confuse. Just scroll up. Don't select weekly release. Long-term support. Always you have to select LTS. In short, we say LTS or long-term support release. You have to select. Okay. These are the commands. This is the first command, and this is the second command, and this is the third command. And finally, I have to get install Jenkins is a command. So simply select all these commands at one go. Just select all these commands. Click on this icon and simply paste over here and press enter. Now type yes, y, enter. Now Java is ready now. Sorry, Jenkins is ready now. So how to access it? Jenkins always runs on port 8080. So Jenkins installed on which server? On this server. And what is the server's public IP? First of all, try to understand. Jenkins is a, if you remember, in the beginning we have installed some applications on Windows and using IAS server, and later on Linux machine we have installed websites and we installed Apache web server. Using Apache's web server we installed it and we accessed it how? We accessed it using the public IP, right? Similarly, Jenkins also a application. It's also an application. So it is running inside this server. So to access this server, how can we access? Same concept. Go to our instances, and this is our Jenkins server. Select it. These are public IP. These are public IP. But I told you to access our Jenkins application, it should connect to on port number 8080. Only when you press enter, you will get connected. Public IP colon 8080. These steps I will update, and I will update in the notepad, and step by step I will type here and I'll send you, just to save some time. I'm not doing it now. So your public IP and colon, but 8080 did we allowed in the security group? You have not done. So if you done now, if you do now, right, like if you directly enter now, it will just rotate like that, but we cannot connect to it. So go to our instances, and this is instance selected. Go to our security tab, click on our security, and here inbound rules already selected. Click on edit inbound rules, add rule, beat custom TCP. In the range, post range, you say 8080, and here anywhere IPv4. Anybody can allow the traffic. Anybody can access it, right? Anybody can access it. Allow it. So 8080 port number is important, and type will be custom TCP is fine. And come down, save rules. Now you will be connected to our Jenkins main page, not the dashboard, but the main page. You see, it's saying now we are almost there. It's saying getting started. Unlock Jenkins. To ensure Jenkins is securely set up by the administrator, a password has been written to the log. Not sure where to find, and this is the file on the server. So it's saying that to securely log into our dashboard, first time it will ask like this. It has stored some password. Where it is available inside the var folder, in that Jenkins folder will be there. Whenever you install Jenkins, you can see Jenkins folder installed in this path. Actually, let's see that. See, clear the screen. Okay, cd var lib ls. You see, we have Jenkins here. Right inside Jenkins, cd Jenkins ls. So Jenkins will contain all the files, like all your jobs. If you created a job, you don't know what is job, you will see those things. All your jobs and everything will be your slave nodes. We're talking about just now slaves, right? All your slaves nodes will be stored in these nodes information. And all your users, you will add users, like in our cloud, Amazon cloud, we use it AMI in the IAM, identity and access management. There we create users, right? By we gave them some special permissions, only few restricted permissions, right? Here also on Jenkins we have to give such permissions. So those user details will be stored under users folder. This is a users folder, right? Like that we have different various other folders available over here. But anyway, this saying that in the secret folder, this file contains some text. Go to secrets folder. See, in one step I can do. In one step I can copy and I can say cd and I can paste this, and you will get the content of that file. But I want to just make you what do you call, make you familiarize this, the structure of this folder, Jenkins folder. Now this is a secrets folder here. So cd secrets ls. So this is a file available. You need admin password. You know how to get the content of it. Cat enter. This is the key. This is a key. Okay. When you're practicing, when you're practicing, simply what you do, you copy everything. Just copy this complete string and simply says cat and paste. You'll get it. No need to go where live. Just I want to show you the folder structure. That's all. Directly you can say cat and paste it. You will get the key over here. You copy this, select it, and paste here. Control V and click on continue. Initially, it will say customize Jenkins. Plugins extend Jenkins with additional features to support many different needs. So, completely Jenkins requires plugins only. It works on plugins only. So, when you have plugins, then it can communicate with those many tools. So, install suggested plugins. Select plugins to install. Let's go with install suggested plugins. Click on it. Now, it will take some time to install all the plugins. So it will take some time. So it is installing the default plugins. You see, GitHub branch source related to Git, LDAP, pipeline. These are all, so mailer, and plugin, grad plugin. So various plugins it is installing. Once this is done, then we can, next step is we have to create one admin account. Same like, it is same like when you try to map. Same like we have to, we'll have a root user. When you first time you install, you are like a root user now. On top of it, you can create IAM users. So over option today. What happened to Rajesh? He was available in the beginning. Now create first admin user. Now we'll say user as admin and password as, save and continue. Okay, email ID is required. You any email ID, no problem. So instance configuration is saying this is the instance public IP and this is the port number. Save and finish. Jenkins is ready. Your Jenkins setup is complete. Start using Jenkins. Now this is a dashboard. So we'll understand tomorrow each and every part of this dashboard. Tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, we get deep dive into Jenkins. Okay, that's all for today. And is admin. I will explain everything dashboard tomorrow onwards. Today we just saw what is Jenkins, what is the purpose of using of it, and how to install it. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will wait for a few seconds.
Yeah, hi, Madan.
Hi, Ravanti.
Madan, actually, I'm having some issue with my account. Will you please stay for some time so that I will share my screen?
Uh, okay. You want to share now, right? Immediately.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if others, if don't have issue, you can leave, no problem. Revanthi, you can share your screen. I'm making you as a presenter.
hello, Madan, can you see my screen?
Yeah, one moment, please. One moment. Uh, yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Madan, actually, yesterday I have received this mail for billing
Correct. Correct. No
AWS.
problem. Right. Right. No problem. Better. Better we pay the amount 11 rupees 61 paise. So that no,
Okay. Sounds
they
fun.
have given some date 31st March, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
Yes.
31st March, right?
Every month we didn't pay this amount. Actually, this is the pay slip, I think.
Got it, right. Sometimes no,
So,
when you practicing elastic
charged
bean
for,
stack kind of thing. I'm sorry, you
yeah,
saying something?
charged for VPC. Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it is charged for VPC.
VPC actually, and not only for that, RDS can you go up? Maybe for RDS also, RDS and elastic beanstalk it has charged more.
Yeah.
It's maybe I think it's for previous month also it has added. Just scroll down, please. It's not showing, but you do one thing. Go to your yeah. Go to that your Amazon the bill page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Select here month wise. For example, it's a March bill, right? Okay, Feb bill,
Yes,
go to
March.
left side, right? Left side, click on bills, left side, above payments, left side. No, not here,
Yeah.
not here. Here, come down. Yeah, bills is yeah. Click on it. Yes. So here, billing period is there, no, in the orange color.
Yes.
You just click on it.
This one.
Not there. Orange color. Click on it. February, start February. In February, oh no bill. Select only March then. Select March. Okay, come down. We'll see payment information is there, but what are services we have used? Scroll down, please. Scroll down. Let's see where it is. Come down. Oh, where is the 10 rupees? Where is charged for 10 rupees? 10 or 14 rupees is changed. I'm not seeing that. Uh, I'm not. Not showing. But anyway, no problem. Okay. I'm sorry. It's the bill is actually 0.14 only, but 1.14 into 83 rupees. If you do, then it comes to 11 rupees. That's correct. So actually, we used in March. How much we used? Go to the other tab, please. Other tab, invoice tab. You showed me before, right? The fourth tab.
Okay,
Click on
okay.
the fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So actually, it is bill is actually 0.14 into 83.
Okay.
Yeah, in the bracket also it's showing no total for this invest one
Okay,
USD
okay.
equal to a into
Uh-huh.
0.14 coming to 11.61 actually. So this happened when you used VPC it
This
seems.
is only for GST or any other services charges.
No, it includes everything. It includes everything. GST also you added. It's 0.02,
Yes, yes.
but,
And zero
but
four,
it's
I think it is for BPC only, BPC services.
VPC only. You are right. Correct. So let's pay. This is a small amount, right? Let's pay this small amount. No problem.
Actually, my question is for every month we will get this slip for this or only for when we are using services?
No. Only if you're using services. Only when you use, and sometimes the services which we use are not free. At the time, we'll use them for few minutes or some 20-50 minutes. At the time, also we get charged.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you don't use, you won't get any bill.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you
But
see
for the
February month,
practice, we could
yeah,
use, right?
yeah. In February month, you have not charged. You saw that for February month, you have
Mm-hmm.
not charged.
With all the services we have used, that is free of cost.
Correct. You are right.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Hmm? No problem. Okay.
Yeah, sorry for that.
Okay. No. Please. Never. Take care, Annie. Take care. Have a good day. We'll meet tomorrow same time.
Bye.